If I know already, I'm the god. I can calculate the future, what will happen. Then I know what the next phone number I need to buy the next day. It's my honor to share with you all the 5 effective closing strategies during MCO. The first thing I want to share with you, cheers. So what does cheers mean? So I actually break it down into a pyramid system, starting with red color. The first C that you're looking at is confidence and trust. So the second one, H, is stand for handling objections during closing. Third is exit strategy. The next E is elevator strategy. And then the last one, the R, is relook closing. So the first thing, confidence and trust. Closing is all about the first impression when you meet your client. The easiest way to build confidence and trust is through fact-finding your prospect during the first meetup. Let's say if you meet your clients in the showroom or whether in the Zoom, you need to fact-find as much information about your client as possible. In the middle of fact-finding, you're actually building confidence and trust. In other words, you call it rapport. This is very, very important stage before you go into closing. No trust, no confidence, no closing. As simple as that. Okay, how do you build more trust and make them feel comfortable? I like to praise my clients, praise your prospect or purchaser. Maybe you can say, hey, you have a very nice hair color. Hey, there's a very nice shirt. So that they feel comfortable. Don't overpraise, but just to make sure they are comfortable. So find a common interest or topic. This is very, very useful. But don't bullshit. Don't say something that you do know. Because if you say something wrong, right, if you look very funny in front of the clients, if you do know, just keep quiet. Always smile and be positive. We are in sales line, always stay positive. And then communicate clearly. Every single words that you say out, you have to be very clear and very precise. Your client can feel it the moment you talk. Make sure you are well prepared and well equipped with knowledge, as in the technical knowledge about the property, when you go presentation. Alright? Now, let's begin the real thing about closing, which is the H, handling objections. I will try to understand what are the objections they have in their mind. If you know the objections, right, it's easier for you to close the deal because you know what your client not happy with this property. So some of the tips for you, the moment you sit down, what I usually do is ask their feedback, and you should be grateful for their objection. Seriously. After that, listen to their objections. You need to be a very, very good listener and understand what is their problem. So next, answer their objections by objections because they fear. It means they're scared or something. Next one. So check back with your prospect by using words such as, do you agree or would you like? Do you agree or would you like? Lead them to acknowledge. This is one of the NLP technique. You have to say something that they will agree with, You don't say something that will say no, Okay, then you're actually setting a trap for yourself. Once you've done all those things above, only you continue to do the closing and move to the next step. Okay, next, exit strategy. So share with them how much the property you are able to rent upon completion. You need to do your homework, lor. You need to do your speculation correctly, lor. Don't overblow the figure, lah. Okay, I usually go very safe one. So who will rent the property? You need to advise them. Why do you rent the Erica? Because there are a lot of offices there, there are job opportunity there. Now the next one. Your client loves to ask you this, right? How much the property able to sell 4 years after that? Honestly, I always make a joke with my client. Honestly, I can tell you exactly what is it. If I know already, I'm the god, I can calculate the future, what will happen. Then I know what the next phone number I need to buy the next day. I just make a joke. I like to make a joke like that sometimes with my clients to make the entire situation not so intensive, they feel more comfortable, So also, you need to tell them what's the factor the cost of rental will increase or the property price will increase with supporting facts. So next, if you're buying for own stay, don't worry. You can always refinance the property if you're still owning a property. This is why property price increase is also important for you, even though you're buying for own stay. Maybe buying for own stay again, give you another scenario. Property price increase so high, right? You can always sell this property and upgrade to a bigger one. Now we go to E, elevator strategy. I always do this when my client asks me how much the property able to sell. I always tell them this very simple thing. Property price increasing at 4% to 13% per annum. Let's take in between, at the middle, 7.5% per annum. I would like to demonstrate demonstrate this in front of my client, I'll take my phone or my calculator. I will do this. Assuming my property is 600,000 right now, I'll press 600,000 plus 7.5% 5 times. Okay, why 5 times? Because if you sell the property after 5 years, that is how much capital gain you are able to get by getting 7.5% of capital gain per annum. Let me show you the figure. It's 861,377 ringgit if compounding out 5 years. If you keep the property for 12 years worth of time, you go double. In KL area, I'm talking about in a good location. I'm not talking about very outskirts. You can also start up with 3 best unique selling points of the project or property that you're selling that relate to your prospect or your client. Have to be related to them. Now, let's move to the last R. It's called relook closing. So you think you build the values high enough, you think you have done the CHEE strategy that I shared with you, you think that this guy is ready already. If now I ask him to place a booking, you're confident that they will say yes, right? Do it. Don't delay anymore. You need to feel it yourself, feel it by yourself. So what I usually do if you use this technique, is the location good for you? Happy with the property layout or not? The developer good or not? The price okay or not for you? If all okay, property consultant service good or not? If all also good, right? I help you lock this unit, okay? May I have your IC to proceed? Got it, done. Close the deal. That's it. So if your purchaser reject you, please try to understand again why they reject. So again, you need to solve their concern and solve their problem. So after you solve the problem, you address the issue, they're okay, repeat the 3-loop closing. Remind them again all the unique selling point, especially this, the location good or not, the layout is good, right? Developer is good, price is good, layout is good, consultant also okay. So I address all your concern and all your problem right now. So you have no issue. I think you can actually confidently go ahead and book this unit. So if they still reject you, do you let them go? No, please no. Do you know how expensive is one lead right now? So please, 3-loop closing them. Close them again for the 3rd time. If you feel that after the 3rd time you close again, you cannot push anymore, they cannot stand it, okay, stop. Don't push. Then let them go home. Let them think about it. Let them discuss. Alright, okay. So that's my sharing for the Cheers strategy, CHEER. I hope it's easy for you to remember. Thank you very much.